make a tutorial on Office Excel 2007. So first what you have to do is you just have to open Microsoft Excel. uh, Probably you gotta go start, all programs, Microsoft Office, and then Microsoft Excel. Okay, first thing you have to do here is under the A column you have to type the x-axis title. So I'm going to, my x-axis will be time, and then under the B column you have to write the y-axis, and I'm just going to make anything random temperature. Okay, now you need your data, so I'm going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just punch in the numbers you have, like the data. I'm just punching in random numbers just for example purposes. Run here random numbers. Okay, so now you have your time, your x-axis, your y-axis. Alright, so now what you have to do is, oh yeah, you can also put in the title. You can pretty much type this anywhere. The title for my graph will be graph, or no, usually if you're doing this for a science project, you probably want it to be like this, figure 1, oopsie, time versus temperature. Okay, so now you have the x-axis, the y-axis, and the title. Okay, so to make a graph, it's actually very simple. Just click the Insert tab, and you should have this kind of toolbar kind of thing now. And over here, it's really actually really simple. You just have to pick the type of graph you want. Usually for something, if for a science project or something like that, you're going to be using scatter plots for this kind of data. So I'm just going to use my example on a scatter plot. So click that, and this should pop up. This will give you some examples of different scatter plots. I want the bullets there, and I want them connected with straight lines. So I'm gonna pick this graph. You could have bullets with no lines, bullets with curved lines, no bullets and curved lines, bullets and straight lines, and just straight lines. So I'm gonna have bullets and straight lines. When you click that, this should pop up. It has no data on it, no titles, no nothing. So what you have to do is you have to tell the graph which data, or the data you want to use to put on the graph. So right click this first. Okay, and if you right click it, this should pop up. Just click select data, and this window should come up. Over here, you should normally, any kind of series you see here is probably the default one that Excel's tried to put in itself. It's usually not right, so just select series, whatever is over here, series 1 or how many ever there are, and just click remove. And that should make you a totally blank graph that looks like this right here. So you shouldn't have anything on it pretty much. Okay, so now click add series name. Okay, to select data you always have to click this button. Okay, so click that button, and this should come up. Over here you gotta click where the, okay, see the name of this you gotta, like, this series, this function of this series is asking for the name of the graph. See, as you can see over here, if you click this button, it's asking for the series name. So you want the name of the graph. See, we've typed the name over here. So we wanted to take data from A14 through C14. So we click this button and just click on A14, and it'll take everything that's in A14. And click this button. So you can now see that the name is already on the graph. Now where it says series X values, click this button again and select your X values. Do not select the title for the X values, just the values themselves. Okay, and now you need the Y values. Again, don't select the title for the Y axis, just the values. And click this, and you should already have the graph you need. See, it has an appropriate scale, um, spaced out properly, has the right title, it has those bullets, it has the, the lines and everything, so it's actually pretty perfect now. So you just click OK, click OK again, and there's your graph pretty much. You don't really need this, so just delete that. Click on it and push the delete key on your keyboard, and you can resize this to however big you want, then it'll change the shape of the data on it. You could, yeah. Alright, to add names for the axes, if you look up here under the chart tools, the design tab, you have different layouts of this graph, and we want something like this with a title, an axis title, a legend, and everything. So we'll click that. Okay, and this is gonna give us this legend thing again. We don't want the legend. Okay, and it'll give you these two extra axis title position slot things. So just highlight that and type in the title for that axis. Oh no, that should be temperature. Okay, and over here, time. Alright, so now you have a graph with the title, the title for the axes, the scales are appropriate, and you have everything you want. Now, for example, if you want a tread line, it's called in Excel it's called tread line. We usually call it the line of best fit. If you want a line of best fit, just click anywhere on the data of the thing. I usually like to click the bullets, right click it, and click add tread line right here. Alright, and it will give you your tread line options. I want a straight tread line like this one. You have a bunch of options. I like the straight one, so I'm going to click this. It's already clicked for me. The rest is all fine, so I'm just going to close. And now I have a tread line. I like a line of best fit. This data that I put in isn't really appropriate for a line of best fit, but if I change it around, it would probably be appropriate to have a line of best fit on this graph. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You have a graph you want. It's actually pretty basic, but for some reason obviously people have a lot of trouble with it. You also have a lot of other options, like you can change the color of the thing, of the points and the lines, red, green. You could change the layout. Let's explore our options. See over here, you could add a legend, axis titles, chart title. You can do so much with Excel. It's actually a really powerful program. You could change the format. You could change these line color, the tread line color too. It's actually pretty interesting. So yeah, play around with it, and hopefully you learn something and will remember it for any other assignments or projects you ever need to make a tread line in. I mean a graph in. I'm kind of tired now. That's why this video is probably a very poor quality. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's totally free. You'll learn a lot of computer things. And leave comments and rate this video, please. Thanks a lot for watching, and thanks for the subscribers who already subscribed to my videos.